Saram students, let's begin with the class 8 geography revision of the chapter number 1 resources, the second part of this revision now. In our first part of revision, we have already learnt about the meaning of resources, value of resources, types of resources, right? In that types of resources, we learnt about natural resources. Actually, it is divided in three, that is natural resources, human-made resources, human resources, correct? But we have learnt only about the natural resources. Then we learnt about the classification of natural resources on the basis of level of development and use, on the basis of origin, on the basis of stock, and on the basis of distribution. Now let's move further now to the next, that is human made resources. See, from the word itself you can understand it very well. Sometimes the natural substances become resources only when their original form has been changed. Like iron ore was not a resource until people learned to extract iron from it, right? So people use natural resources to make buildings, bridges, roads, machineries and vehicles, everything, correct? Whatever resource, the natural resources have been utilized by people, by human beings to make so many things which are known as the human made resources. I'll repeat again. People use natural resources to make buildings, bridges, roads, machinery and vehicles which are known as human made resources. Now, technology is also a human made resource, right? If the human being is using that effective technology, definitely they can use the resource very well, and they can change it, transform it from the natural resources to the human made resource also. Next, that is human resources. People can make the best use of nature to create more resources when they have the knowledge, skill and technology to do so, right? Do you all agree this thing? If the human being has, people have that knowledge, skills and the technology, if they know how to use the present technology effectively, they can definitely have the best use of the nature, and they can be making that resources very valuable. That is why the human beings are the special resource, because human being has only got that capacity to use their knowledge, to use their skills, to use the technology in the better way, and through which they can change the natural resource, the nature gift to create more and more resources. Education and health help in making people a valuable resource. So the health of that human resources should be taken care, and then only they will be considered as a valuable resource. Even education also plays a very important role in this. So education as well as health, these two factors help in making people a valuable resource. Improving the quality of people's skill so that they are able to create more resources. Now, try to understand this. What is that? Improving the quality of people's skills so that they are able to create more resources. That is called as the human resource development. Now, let's move to the next topic, that is conservation of resources. Now, very first thing, why the conservation is required, correct? The question arises here, why it is required? Do you all feel conservation is must? Definitely. Resources may also become unfit for use due to our activities, our means the human beings' activities. If we do not preserve the quality of our resources and we will not protect them from depletion, a time may soon come when usable resources will be completely exhausted. For this, that is the reason, as a human being, we must conserve our resources. Now, what is the meaning of resource conservation? Let's understand that. Using resources carefully and giving them time to get renewed is called resource conservation. Do you all feel resource conservation is must? Definitely. Otherwise, we won't be getting any resources in the future left for us to use. For the future generations, we will not be having enough resources then. Then, what is the meaning of sustainable development now? Balancing the need to use resources and also conserve them for the future. It is like, see, I hope you understood the meaning of resource conservation, right? Using the resources carefully and giving them time to get renewed. But then balancing the need to use resources and also conserve them for the future generation. That is called as the sustainable development. There are many ways of conserving resources. Each person can contribute by reducing consumption, by recycling, and by reusing them. So, these three R's should be the most important part of our life, that is, reduce, reuse, recycle. Then, only as a human beings, we will be able to conserve resources. Now, see, ultimately it makes a difference because all our lives are linked to each other, correct? So, as a human being, we are playing the major role here. Now, let's go through some principles of sustainable development. Respect and care for all forms of life. These are the principles that everybody has to follow, that is related to the sustainable development. Respect and care for all forms of life. Improve the quality of human life. Then conserve the earth's vitality and diversity. Then minimize the depletion of natural resources. Correct? If we will not do that, I told you in the near future we can see the resources will not be left out with the future generations in. The change personal attitude and the practices toward the environment. There should be the change in the personal attitudes as well as the practices that human being is following towards the environment. Then enable communities to care for their own environment. See, we as a human being, as a rational thinker, we have to take the steps to enable our communities to care for their own environment. So it is our duty to take care of the resources very well. So, the future of our planet and its people is linked with our ability to maintain and preserve the life support system that nature provides us. Correct? The future of our planet, that is our planet Earth, and its life and its people is linked with our ability. Our ability means the present generation has to maintain and preserve the life support system that the nature provides to us. Therefore, it is our duty to ensure that all uses of renewable resources are sustainable. The diversity of life on the earth is conserved, whereas the damage to natural environmental system is minimized. So, children, I feel you understood the meaning of sustainable development very well. Sustainable development is the state of carefully utilizing resources for the requirement of the present generation and taking care for the future generations. Now, just under sustainable development, I told you what are the various techniques which we can take up now. Okay, first, preventing wastage and excess consumption of resources, because resources which will get exhausted, which takes time to get renewed, like forest, minerals, electricity, water. We should prevent the wastage and the excess consumption of these resources, because as a human being it's our prime duty. Then preventing pollution, this will also help in maintaining the quality of the resources, especially resources like the air and water. Then preserving the biological diversity on the earth, that is protecting the plants as well as animals. Also recycling the reusable resources. I told you we have to make that 3 R's the most important part of our life. So we have to recycle the reusable resources. So wherever possible, reuse the material, and wherever possible, materials like metals should be put into recycling. And using more abundant alternatives instead of scarce resources. So instead of using fossil fuels which we know will get exhausted very soon, we should make use of resources which are available to us in abundant. Like we know very well solar energy is available with us, wind energy is there, geothermal energy, tidal energy. This will help us in preserving in preserving fossil fuels even for the future generation. So these are some of the techniques that can be followed under the sustainable development. So children, today here we have completed with our chapter the revision of the second part also. So just let me just tell you about the human resources. Human resources include each and everything, that is like farmer, laborer, teacher, doctor, all these are included as the human resources. And what is that? Human resource development is essential for the further development, correct? So we need to, even the I told you about the conservation also, we need to conserve resources for fulfilling present as well as the future needs. So this is also known as the sustainable development. And we as a human being, we can contribute to this by minimizing our usage of non-renewable resources, which has got the limited stock, correct? Now just go through the important terms that we have learned in this technology. We learned about the technology, that is, technology is the application of the latest knowledge and skill in doing or making things. Then we learned about the meaning of resources, anything that is used to satisfy human need, human desires is called as the resource. Then we saw the natural resources, the resources that are obtained from nature and used without much modification are termed as the natural resources. Then we saw the meaning of that actual resources, that is the resources whose quantity is known and which are being used at present also. And whereas the potential is the opposite of that, the resources whose quantity is not known to us and which are not being used at present, but that can likely to be used in the future also with the available technology. Then we learned about the biotic, that is the resources that are related to the living things, and abiotic that are related to the non-living things. Then we saw the renewable and non-renewable resources. Renewable means the resources which can be renewed or replenished quickly, whereas non-renewable resources means which have the limited stock and take thousands of years to be renewed are termed as the non-renewable resources. Then we learnt about the ubiquitous resources which are found everywhere, that are called as the ubiquitous, whereas the localized opposite of it, the resources that are found only in certain places, that are called as the localized resources. Then we learnt about the human-made resources. Human-made resources are those resources which have been created by humans. From the word itself, human-made resources such as buildings, bridges, road, machinery, vehicles, everything comes under that. And what is that human resources? The population, that is the human being with knowledge, skill and technology. The uses that people are the human resource. These are human beings are the important human resource, correct? Then we learnt about the resource conservation and sustainable development. I hope you understood your chapter very well. Go through the slides, go to the revision also very well, and prepare yourself properly for the exam. All the best for your exams. Take care. See you in the next session with a new topic then.